So if you go in your Target, your Barnes & Noble, your Books A Million, or even your Walmart now, you're going to see one game in particular that is just all over the shelves, and all the different versions of it. There's the Harry Potter version, there's the Marvel version, there's the Disney version, there's the regular version, the duet version, the After Dark version, and the picture version of Codenames. This game is not Codenames. This is in fact Pictomania, but same designer, same size box, similar feel to the idea of Codenames in the sense that you're playing a party-ish game that really involves thinking, but this one's different because it's a solo game. You're not playing on teams. In fact, you're all playing together with each other against each other, and you want everybody to do good so that you can do better. I know it's hard to explain, but you want everybody to do good, and then you want speed to matter for you. So let's say, anyway, that's really confusing, but let's take a look right now what Pictomania is, why you should check it out, shouldn't check it out, anything like that. This is Vlada Chavalos, whatever, Pictomania right now. Again, got the Hogwarts backdrop this time. Anyway, what's happening here is Pictomania. This, thank you Tom for this rubber band, I like that, is the new version. Not really entirely sure what makes it different than the old version. I know it's updated art on their front there, but the way you play this is pretty simple, right? There are rounds, or 4 rounds, 1, 2, 3, and 4, denoted by the different colored cards here, right? You'll take 3 of each of these each round. So there's first round, second round, third round, fourth round. They get progressively more difficult, obviously based on the dot here. 1, 2, 3, you guessed it, 4. So the first ones are things like the difference between grass, cactus, shrub, evergreen tree, leaves, flowers, mushroom. Anybody can draw that relatively well pretty quick. To where at the end you go to things like commando, rifleman, sniper, hitman, mobster, spy, action hero. You've got to figure out how to delineate enough to where people won't think you're doing action hero when you really mean Schwarzenegger's commando. Pretty tough. Beg, offer, give, take, think, compromise, and vow. So these get really detailed in what they are. Now the rest of the components are, you get a little tray here that holds the 3 cards, because what's going to happen is you'll have 3 cards on the round. Someone will then deal out letter cards to everyone. You will get an A, a B, or C. You'll then get a number card that corresponds to one of the numbers. So if you get A6, yours is flower. If you get B5, you get nail clippers, and that's the way that works. Now, the goal is to try to guess everyone else's numbers or try to guess everyone else's pictures and draw to where everyone guesses yours. There are no teams. You're not on the team with anyone. You're on a solo mission to make sure everyone does right. All ships rise with the tides. That's kind of how I say it. You'll draw on this part here your picture, and that's 4, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, front, back. Well, let's say we get flower. We'll start drawing a flower here as quickly as possible. Oh, that's a bad flower. Anyway, it's an egg on a stick or a flower, obviously, right? Well, once you get the concept down enough where you think people can guess, you start looking, well, obviously you can look at theirs first, but you start looking at everyone else's. You go, okay, I think you're drawing, I think you're probably drawing the nail file. And you don't say this out loud. You do it quietly in your head. You go, okay, that person's definitely drawing swim. This is drawing hairbrush. This is drawing shrub. This is drawing scissors. Well, what you do from that point is you, in your own player color, have these cards here. And so Carla's green. Obviously, green wins games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go around and you put your numbers on who you know has what. Now, the good thing about this is, notice there aren't letters. So what it does is it helps you eliminate and deduce who's got what. So if you're stuck on 2 and you can't quite figure it out, and they both, you're thinking, I don't know if this is dance or mushroom. Obviously, bad example, I'm aware. Well, or no, even better. So, see, you're trying to tell the difference between dance and jump. You're like, I don't know if it's dance or jump, but you know 100% that someone's drawn mushroom. Well, you know you're going to give the 7 to the person with the mushroom, meaning this cannot be dance, so you're going to have to go jump. So it helps you eliminate down. And that's how the game's played. You reach over, if you're the first one, you reach over and grab the first scoring token with the highest points, which is worth 3. Once that's done, and once everybody guesses, you then check everyone's accuracy. If everybody got yours right, or the more people that get yours right, the more points you get to count positively. For each one that doesn't get yours right, you move a point over to the negative side, detracting from your total, which makes it very bad if you just draw quickly slipshod and try to guess everybody's but don't help everybody out. It makes it where you are going to lose severe points because no one was able to guess what you had. So even if you're a great drawer, or excuse me, a great guesser, and you can tell, okay, I know exactly what this person's drawing, you have to be able to articulate your own drawing good enough to where everybody can tell what yours is and work together in a really weird symbiotic way right before you try to cut everyone's throats and get the most points. So that is what Pictomania is all about. It is literally Pictionary with a mania side to it. And I love the way it feels when you play it. Just a good, fun game. So that's how it plays. It's a really interesting twist on the old Pictionary or win, lose, or draw or any of that kind of stuff, because you need everybody else to do good. You need everybody to do their best so that you can guess what they're doing, and they also, you need them to be thinking, and you need to do your best so that they will guess what you're doing. But I love it because there are no teams, so there's no incentive to help just your team because you need everyone to do good. All ships rise with the tide in this game. But what wins you the game is how you are the first one to guess what everybody else has done and guess it accurately, but also make sure your drawing is good enough to where people go, oh yeah, that's a cane, not a walking stick, right, Aaron? This is the best part. You can have the conversation. You're probably not supposed to, table talk and all that, but you can have the conversation literally right before. Oh yeah, a cane. Of course, everybody knows a cane is the one with the hook on it, not the walking stick. But then someone's not paying attention to that conversation and then draws a cane, but it's actually the walking stick, and everyone gets it wrong, and we all blame him for why we do so poorly in that round. But that's one wonderful example. But the cool thing is the creep of the difficulty, right? You start with things like horse, dog, cat, lemur, sort of things like that. And then by the end of it, it's draw the difference between a lawyer, an attorney, an accountant. It's like these weird concepts, or draw the difference between merriment, joy, contentment, excitement. So it's really hard. Mine was skill. Was what mine was. So it was the difference between skill, chance, luck. So I drew a guy with a skill saw, and I wrote the little minus sign, and then drew a little hacksaw or a straight saw, and it worked. People knew exactly what I meant by that, so it was really cool. But the good thing is also, you're not picking these out of the blue to guess from. You actually have something to reference by looking at the cards down there, and you can also use some deduction to go, oh, wait a minute, I know 100% that this person has got number 7. Because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards or whatever it is. So you know that guaranteed this is an ice cube. There's no way that's not an ice cube, and ice cube is number 7, which means that this can't be the ice pick because this is also 7 on the card. So it does give you some clues how to deduce what other people are drawing, even if you really can't tell what they're drawing, by using what you know to be certain to eliminate what you're not sure on. So I do like that aspect of it too, that you can use deduction to figure out what people are drawing. Do you have to be able to draw? Absolutely not. You can just have fun with this. But it is about speed. It's about drawing enough to where people can understand your thoughts, and then getting everyone else to be on the same page so that you can hopefully understand their thoughts faster than everyone else and go, yep, boom, 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 got it. Really fun game. I don't know why this game's not doing as well as it is, and not doing it well in the sense that it's not like Codenames. There's not 82 versions of Pictomania, but I like this better than Codenames a lot. It's just a more fun game to me because of the way it plays. So go check out Pictomania. It's great for your game group. It says 3 to 6 on here, and that is because the component limitations, but you could... There are ways to make more out of it, I'm sure, but that's the one downside, whereas Codenames doesn't really have a component limitation. You could play, like I mentioned in the Codenames thing, you could play a game of 200 by using an iMag and just having people text in their votes for their team to pick. But this one, you can't do that. This one is limited by the components. The components are cute. It's pretty basic, though. You know, it's just nice that all the colored pencils are different colors, and you get your own color. Not the lead's still black, but the color of the pencil is nice. So there's that. And it does say Pictomania on the side. So production value is more in your brain than the paper itself. So again, that's Pictomania. It is a fantastic game, good party game. Go check this out. I recommend it highly, so I think you should check it out as well. Really fun game. That's Pictomania from Chivatel and CGE. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheLatestRetro. I'm Brian Drake here on the Dice Tower. Hey, if you're going on the Dice Tower Cruise, we'll see you. This is 2019. We will see you on the Dice Tower Cruise 2019. Come check us out. We'll be hanging out there, having a good time. Till then, we'll see you.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is